Welcome back, everybody. Hope you all had a really nice week and are ready to go with our next practice. Make sure that you have your blocks nearby and you are all ready to have a nice workout and stretch. So we're going to start today's class in child's pose. So you're going to bring your legs around behind you. Bring your big toes together and allow your knees to be opened up. Sit back onto your heels as closely as you can. And then just allow your forehead to rest down onto the mat with your arms stretched forward. Now take a full breath in here through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale, and let it all go. 2 more times, just like that. Full breath in. One more time. Breathe it in through the nose. Open your mouth, let it all go. And then just stay right where you are for a few breaths. See if you can use each exhale just to sink a little bit deeper into the body. And this isn't always the most comfortable position. Sometimes if your ankles are a little bit tight or your hamstrings, it can actually feel a lot like work. But try as much as you can just to find some sense of release in this stretch. See if you can let your hips become a little heavier, your shoulders become a little heavier. Let your head drop into the floor a little deeper. And then gently just slide the shoulders away from the ears. And just start to slow down your breath. Use each inhale to breathe in the energy that you need for the practice, whatever it may be. Maybe patience and quiet. Maybe a higher level of energy. It may simply be just letting go of your to-do list. Slowly allow the thinking brain to quiet. And tune into your heart. Tune into your breath. And tune into not the way you should be feeling, but the actual way in which you are feeling. Notice as you spend a little bit of time here how the breath naturally just begins to slow down in pace. Allow the mind to follow in this slowing, this relaxing. Allow your next 5 breaths to be the longest possible breaths that you can take. One more long breath here. Now keep your hips exactly as they are, but start to walk your fingers forward. So you're lengthening out, starting to stretch a little more through the shoulders, through the sides of your torso. And then with your arms long, start to walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Try to keep your hips where they were, and take a long, full, deep breath through the left side of the body. And gently walk your hands over to the other side. Keep your arms really long, your hips really heavy. And then walk your hands back to the center. And gently pull yourself up onto all fours, hands and knees. Spread your fingers really wide. And just start to move through cat-cow. So traditional cat-cow, as you inhale, the belly drops, the heart rises. And as you exhale, you lift the belly, rounding the spine. Inhale to pull the heart forward and look up. Exhale to drop the head. Now you're welcome to continue with traditional cat-cow, or if you would like to start to move in any other directions here, feel free to start to draw circles with the hips and the ribs. You can bend your elbows and get a little bit deeper into the shoulders. You can start to play with shifting the weight forward and back. So just take a few breaths here, just to start to explore your body a little bit deeper. Three more breaths to move. One more. And then keeping your spine nice and long, you're going to stretch your right leg straight back behind you with your toes tucked under. Reach forward and back through the heel. Keep your toes spread really wide. But press the heel back far enough that you get a stretch down through the lower leg. Lift that leg up to hip height. Reach your left arm straight forward. 3 breaths, either stay here, or as you exhale, elbow and knee draws together. Inhale to reach. Exhale. Once more. Now bring just the hand down. You're going to step the right foot all the way up outside of the right hand. And then just take a moment here just to sink your hips forward. So that right foot is all the way up so the toes are in line with the fingers. Press your hips towards the floor and pull your heart forward. And as always, if this is too much, bring blocks underneath of your hands. And from there, roll your heart open. Allow your hips to sink towards the floor a little bit deeper. Take 2 more breaths. Once more. Press into your hands, shift your hips back. Place that right knee back underneath of you. Stretch your left leg straight back and reach forward and back through that left heel. Lift that leg up to hip height. Reach your right arm straight forward. Either stay here for 3 breaths or exhale, elbow and knee pull together. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Place the hand down. Step your left foot outside of your left hand. Gently just allow your hips to sink forward and start to pull your chest open. Feel your inner thighs moving away from one another. Feel your shoulders spreading wide. As full breaths as possible through the lungs. One more breath. Gently press into your hands. Send your legs back behind you, all 4s. Walk your knees back just slightly. Shift your weight forward. Roll your tail to the sky like in cow pose. Lower your chest between your thumbs. Slide all the way onto your belly, baby cobra. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heart. Very little weight in the hands here, using the strength of the back. Exhale, forehead to the floor. Inhale, press up to all 4s. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog, press it up and down. Keep your knees soft. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Knees, chest, and chin, tail to the sky. Slide onto your belly, Bhujangasana, baby cobra. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Inhale, press up to all fours. Downward facing dog, tuck your toes, press your hips back. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Slide onto your belly, baby cobra. Press into your hands a little more, press all the way up to straight arms. And then instead of allowing the shoulders to roll forward, roll them open and lift higher. Downward facing dog, press back. Now go ahead here and start to bend one knee at a time. Just shifting the weight side to side, stretching out from the Achilles through the calf, through the toes. And then allow both of your heels just to settle towards the floor. Now if the knees are soft, that's fine. As much as you can, roll your tail to the sky. Press through your arms to press the floor away from you. See if the only thing that moves in the body can be the breath. Start letting go of any tension. Use just the strength that you need through the arms, through the belly. But then allow the face, the jaw, the eyes to be soft. On your next inhale, lift your heels high. Bend your knees, push your hips back, and look forward. As you exhale, you can walk your feet to the top of the mat. You can take 2 long steps, or you can hop your feet all the way up. As you inhale, lengthen the spine to a flat back. As you exhale with soft knees, just drop over your legs. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. And then bend your knees and roll up to stand, 1 vertebrae at a time. As you inhale, circle the arms all the way up to the sky. Look up and see your thumbs. As you exhale, open your arms and fold. Press your hands into your shins, Ardha Uttanasana, long spine. Take a long step back with your left leg. With your hands on the floor or on blocks, as you inhale, pull your chest open. As you exhale, stretch back. Inhale, deep bend in the right knee, your heart rises. Exhale, straighten the right leg, stretch over. Once more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back forward. Press into your hands, downward facing dog as you exhale. Inhale, roll forward to a plank. Either knees, chest, chin like before, or just bend your elbows, chaturanga. All the way to upward facing dog, the thighs are lifted. Downward facing dog, press it back. Take a full breath in through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale, let it go. Lift your right leg off the floor. Lift your left heel really high and step the right foot between your hands. If it doesn't make it all the way on its own, use the right hand to get it all the way there. Drop your knee and lift your arms. Now allow your hips to sink forward. Allow your belly to feel lighter as it rises towards the ceiling. Spread your fingers above you so you're energizing all the way through the extremities. Now stay right where you are. I'm going to turn to face you. Keep your left arm where it is, slide the right hand onto the right hip. Reach up higher and start to take a side bend over to the right. Now you can stay right here with the hand on the hip, or if you would like to take that right hand down to a block, or maybe to the floor and go a little deeper, that's fine. Roll your left belly to the sky, reach through the fingers. Big stretch through that left hip and left waist. Bring that hand back down to the floor. Tuck your toes, lift the knee off the floor behind you, and step to the top of your mat. Drop your head, roll up to stand. Inhale, circle the arms overhead. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, lengthen to a flat back. With a long spine, your right leg will stretch back behind you. Hands on the floor or on the mat, or on blocks. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, stretch. Twice more. Use your breath. Once more. Inhale, come back forward. Palms on the floor, downward facing dog as you exhale. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Either knees, chest, chin is always there, or chaturanga, bend your elbows. Upward facing dog, open your heart. Downward facing dog, stretch back. Breathe. Slide the shoulders away from your ears, and then lengthen your hips away from your shoulders. Lift your left leg off the floor. Lift your right heel really high, and then step that left foot all the way between your hands. The back knee drops to the floor. Lift your arms all the way up. As much as you can, sink your hips forward. And then keeping the shoulders easy, reach the arms higher. Bring your left hand onto your left hip. Start to side bend over to the left, reaching long through that top arm. Either stay here or bring that left hand down to a block or to the floor, stretch deeper, but then start to roll your chest to the sky. Long, easy breaths. One more. Circle both hands back down to the floor. Tuck your toes, lift your back knee, and then gently just step to the top of the mat. Drop your head and roll up to stand. Now we're going to go through Surya Namaskara A, Sun Salutation A. So I'm going to talk you through, there's a couple of different variations. Chaturanga can always be done as knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga with your knees down. So make the choice that's the best and safest for you. I'm going to talk you through easy variation first, challenging variation second, third round, you choose which one you do. Starting in Tadasana at the top of the mat, lengthen the back of the neck. Take a full breath in through the nose. Take a full breath out through the nose. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine to a flat back. Exhale, palms down, 2 steps back to a plank. Take a long breath in. As you exhale, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale to open your heart. Exhale, downward dog. 3 breaths. Draw the sides of your waist towards the sky. Press your index fingers and thumbs heavier into the mat. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward. As you exhale, step, walk, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. A little more challenging variation for those of you who are ready. If that variation was challenging enough, stick with it. Do that one again. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, dive over your legs. Inhale, lengthen your spine to a flat back. Listen carefully. As you exhale, either step Or jump back, chaturanga right away, elbows bent. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog, 3 long breaths. Slide your shoulders wider. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward. As you exhale, step walker, lightly jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, let it go. Reverse swan dive all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. Last time, exact same thing. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Inhale to peek forward. Exhale, chaturanga, step walker, float back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Close your eyes and just breathe. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward. As you exhale, step walker, jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let it go. Reverse swan dive all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment, just breathe. Feel the beat of the heart. Maybe it's a little bit elevated right now. Feel the air around the body. Just feel the strength of your body in this space. The natural movement that happens in our bodies. And we're going to take a little balance here. We're going to take tree pose. You're going to stand on your right leg, lift your left. Take that left foot. It can either be placed right next to the foot. It can be placed on the calf, or it can be placed up on the inner thigh. So anywhere on that leg except for on the knee. Bring your hands to your heart. Feel the top of the head draw towards the ceiling. Breathe. If you would like to reach your arms to the sky, feel free. Relax your jaw. And gently bring your hands back down to your heart. Stay right where you are. You're going to turn your left knee in, and you're going to step back to a high lunge, reach your arms all the way up to the ceiling. As you inhale, straighten your front leg, reach long. As you exhale, bend your knee, reach the left heel back. You're going to need to stretch through that left hip. Twice more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This time you're going to open it to warrior 2. So ideally, this right thigh is going to be parallel to the floor. So see if you can bend a little deeper. And now I want you to reach evenly forward and back through both arms, as though someone were playing tug of war with your 2 arms. For those of you who have children, that's probably a very realistic feeling for you. So feel that energy reaching in 2 directions. Feel the belly drawing in and up so you're staying supported through the center. And then relax your jaw. One more breath. You're going to take a reverse warrior. Your left arm drops, your right arm reaches to the sky, and then all the way back. Side angle, bring that elbow, or your forearm, onto the thigh. Your left arm will sweep overhead. Now if you would like to take this shape deeper, you can take your right hand down either to a block or to the floor. Peel your left belly open, reach long through that arm. One more breath. Come all the way back to warrior 2. Straighten your front leg, that should feel great. Turn your toes all the way in, hands onto your hips. Lift your chest. Cross your feet to fold forward. Now lengthen your spine so that it's parallel to the floor. So the shoulders and the spine aren't rounded. I'm just going to turn sideways so you can see. So you're not here. Really long spine. If you need the hands on the blocks to establish that, that's fine. But just make sure that the tailbone through the top of the head are in the longest line possible. And start to bend one knee at a time, shifting side to side. To get a little deeper. And then straighten both of your legs and just fold all the way forward. So allow your head to drop, your elbows to drop. One more breath. And then gently lengthen the spine again. Walk your hands around to your right foot, low lunge, turn your toes forward. And you're going to lift your right arm to the ceiling, take a big twist open. Look up and see your right fingers, and try to lift them a little higher through space. Scoop your right hip back. One more breath. Bring that hand down to the floor. Step back to a plank. Either downward dog, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga on your next exhale. Vinyasa, finish it out if you started. Downward dog, press back. With your hips square, lift your right leg up behind you. Try to press both of your hips back a little bit more and make that right leg really strong. Step the foot forward between your hands. On your fingertips, lengthen your spine. And then you're going to walk your hands to the top of the mat, coming into standing split. Drop your head, lift your back leg. If it's too much with the hands on the floor, that's what your blocks are for. Bring your hands onto the blocks. Wherever you are, drop your head completely. See if you can lift that leg a little higher. If you would like to experiment with your balance here, the closer you walk your hands to the standing leg, the more challenging it becomes. If you walk your hands all the way onto the ankle, it becomes really challenging. So you might want to play with that. Hands on the floor. Uttanasana, forward fold. Drop your head. Soften your knees and roll up to stand. And then we're going to take our balance on the other side, standing on your left leg, going into Vrikshasana, tree pose. Standing on the left, lift your right leg. Turn the knee out, and either place the foot on the floor, the calf, or above the knee. So just remember to avoid that knee. Bring your hands together. Press your hips forward. Draw more energy through the top of the head. Full breath. And when you're ready, if you would like to, reach your arms to the sky. Feel the center of your body get a little bit longer, but soften the muscles around your eyes. Bring your hands back to your heart. Stay where you are. Close your right knee in. Take a breath. And then step back to a high lunge. Your arms reach up, your legs are spread wide. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Once more, inhale. Exhale. And then we're going to peel it open into Warrior Two. I'm going to turn around just to face you. Warrior Two, bend your left knee deeper. Feel your arms pulling in opposite directions. Feel the back of the neck lengthening long. Breathe. Sliding it back into reverse warrior, reach away from your left leg. Side angle, come forward. Option 1, left forearm onto the thigh, right arm overhead. Option 2, that left hand lowers to a block or the floor. Peel your belly open. Make sure that arm isn't towards the ceiling or bent in at your side, but instead reach it on through the fingers. One more breath. Warrior Two, come back up. Straighten your front leg, turn your toes all the way in. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Roll the shoulders back, lift your chest high. Fold all the way forward with soft knees. Now press the palms into one another so the heels of the hands are connected. Drop your head and lift the hands higher. Gently shake your head no to make sure there's no tension in the neck. And then bring your hands down to the floor. Lengthen the spine to a flat back. And you're going to walk around to your left foot, so you're in a low lunge with the left foot forward. The right heel is off the floor. Lift your left arm to the ceiling, take a twist. Reach higher through the left fingers, roll the belly to the sky. Lean your shoulders back. And bring that hand down. Step back to downward facing dog. Vinyasa if you would like to take it. With your hips square, lift your left leg. Press that leg back even more. Make sure that that left hip isn't swinging open, but instead your toes are facing down to the floor so you can peek back and see them. And then step the left foot forward between your hands. On your fingertips, open your spine. Walk your hands forward, coming into standing split. Lift your back leg off the floor. Drop your head completely. Now staying here may be enough. If you would like your hands on blocks for a little extra support, that's fine. If you would like to play with the balance, walk your hands closer, maybe onto your left ankle. Uttanasana, forward fold. Land that leg. Drop your head and roll up to stand. Circle your shoulders. With your feet together at the top of your mat. Utkatasana, chair pose. Shift your hips back. Reach your arms all the way up. Draw your tailbone down towards the floor. Lift a little higher through your heart. Take a breath in. As you exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Plant your hands onto the floor. You're going to lift your heels and open your knees as you squat down. So we're moving into our crow practice. So it's our arm balance. From here, with your hands down, your knees are outside of your arms. Lift your hips higher than your shoulders. Look forward and shift your knees onto your triceps, right by your armpits. Keep looking forward. This may be as far as you go. Maybe you lift one foot, and then maybe the other. Maybe you keep looking forward, And then eventually, you lift both. From here, either place your feet down and step back, or open your heart a little bit more and shoot your legs back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog, press back. Spread your fingers wide. Press down through the fingers to take some of the weight out of the wrists. Especially after that arm balance, it's a lot of work on the arms. So let your fingers help now. Lift your right leg up. This time roll that right hip open and continue lifting the leg and then bend the knee. As much as you can, have that right knee pointed straight to the ceiling and press back. Straighten the leg and step the foot between the hands. Warrior two. Hips are open, arms are open. Reverse warrior, stretch back. Now reach longer through that right arm until you straighten your right leg. Reach longer. Up and over extended triangle. So just come to vertical first. You're going to drop that right hip back behind you. And then reach as far forward across the horizon as you can. And then just drop the fingertips to the leg. And the left arm to the sky. Press your hips forward. Lean your belly back. And maybe, if it's okay on your neck, look up. One more breath. Look down. Bring both hands to the floor. Make a low lunge. Lift your back heel. Now, keeping your palms on the floor, you're going to look forward. This is tricky. I want you just to lift your right foot off of the mat a tiny bit, but keep your right knee as close to your nose as you can. So it's a lot of arm strength, it's a lot of core strength. So staying right here, blocks can be super helpful for this one if you need them. Just lift your foot, keep your knee and your nose together. Press that leg up behind you, three-legged downward dog. Exhale, knee to nose, come back to that position. Inhale, press. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time, inhale. Exhale. I lie, press it back once more, and then step that right foot between the hands. With your hands on blocks or without, walk forward, lengthen the spine, and when you're ready, lift your left leg off the floor. Now make sure that left leg, the heel is reaching back. Gently find your balance in warrior three. Long line of energy, back heel through the top of the head. One more breath. Uttanasana, forward fold. Drop over your legs, drop your head, shake it yes and no. Drop your head and roll up to stand. Coming right back to Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit as low as you can, slide your fingers to the ceiling. Now, as we make our way back, you're welcome to take another moment in crow pose. Hands on to the floor, knees on the triceps. If you would not like to do that, just lift your heels, sit onto your heels, and walk your hands forward. So this is a nice relaxing stretch for the spine. And it's a great stretch for the Achilles tendon through the back of the heel. If you're in crow pose, draw your lower abdominals in tighter and lift your hips higher. One more breath wherever you are. And then everyone will make their way to Chaturanga. You can shoot it back, you can jump it back, you can step it back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down. Lift your left leg all the way up. Roll that left hip open, lift that leg higher, and then bend the knee. Press your hips back more. Keep both arms really strong. Straighten your leg. Step your left foot between your hands. Warrior two, open all the way up. I'm just going to turn to face you. Reverse warrior, stretch back. Reach longer through the left arm and straighten your left leg for reverse triangle. Reach further. Up to vertical. Going into extended triangle, the left hip sinks back. Reach forward as far as you can. And then just drop the bottom arm. So this position really isn't about how low can you get, it's about how long can you get. Legs are long, both sides of the waist are long, arms are long, neck is long, breath is long. One more breath. Circle both hands to the floor around that left foot. Bend your left knee, lift your back heel. Now this little tricky move right here. Arms are strong, belly is strong. Left knee and the nose stay really close together. You just lift your left foot. Inhale, press back, three-legged down dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, press. Exhale, knee to nose. Last time to press back. And then step the foot between the hands. Walk your fingertips forward, lengthen your spine. Finding your warrior three, lift your back leg. Open your heart. If you're ready, find your balance with your hands in prayer. Uttanasana, forward fold. Drop your leg. Shake your head, yes. And no. Take a full breath in through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale, let it go. Take a full breath in through the nose. This time, flutter your lips as you exhale. One more time, inhale. Most dramatic exhale you can have. Soften your knees and roll up to stand. And so we have one more balance here. Starting standing on your right leg, you're going to lift your left. Now, option one, you're going to hold on with the left hand behind the left hamstring, just like this. Option two, you're going to reach down. Your two peace fingers are going to take yogi toe lock, which means they go right where the flip-flop goes around your big toe. Wherever you are with the hand, the top of the head lifts. Wherever you are with the hand, that left heel starts to press forward. That leg does not straighten all the way. Do not force it. If and when you're ready, reach your right arm to the sky. If and when you're ready, I'm just going to turn back to face you so you have a better view on me. If and when you're ready, on an exhale, open everything to the sides. So if your hand is on the hamstring, you're going to be here. If you have yogi toe lock, you're extending through that heel. Lift the top of the head. Maybe look over your right shoulder. Bring that leg back forward. Lift the arm overhead. Keep your left leg where it is and lift your left arm to the sky. 2 breaths here, lift tall. Drop that leg. Feet hip distance apart, fold forward. Slide your palms underneath of your feet. So you're just stepping on the heels of your hands. Knees are soft and drop your head. Just breathe. Slide your hands out from under your legs. Drop your head and roll up to stand. other side, standing nice and tall. Standing on your left leg, lift your right. Now you're either going to hold on behind the hamstring, or yogi toe lock around your big toe. Reach that right heel forward. Reach your arm, left arm up. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, open everything out to the sides. Now relax your shoulders. Lift the chest a little higher. And if you would like, then turn your chin over to the left. Gently bring everything back to the center. Keep your right leg right where it is. Reach the right arm high. 2 breaths here. Hold on to it. 1 more. Land that leg and fold all the way forward. As you inhale, lengthen the spine. Plant your hands, step walker, jump back through your vinyasa. All the way back to downward dog. Close your eyes. Just take your final breaths in downward dog. And gently float your knees down to the floor. And just bring your legs forward in front. Coming into Janu Shirshasana. Stretch your right leg straight forward, bend the left knee in. Kind of like tree pose, but seated. As you inhale, reach your arms up. Take a breath in, lift. As you exhale, stretch long over that right leg. As much as you can, spin your belly to the right. Drop your head completely. Lengthen the spine along that leg a little bit more. And gently roll up. Close your left knee to the ceiling. And step the foot to the outside of your right leg. Reach your right arm all the way high. As you exhale, take a twist. Inhale, sit as tall as you can. And exhale, open up your left shoulder behind you more. Take the counter stretch. Both hands reach over to the right side of your body. Let your head go. And gently come back up. Stretch your left leg straight. Janu Shirshasana on the other side. Pull that right foot in. Reach your arms all the way high. Feel the fingers reach through space. On your exhale, lengthen forward over the left leg. Let your head go. Spin your belly to the left. Drop your head. And gently roll up. Close that right knee in and step it to the outside of your foot. Now make sure that right hip comes all the way back down onto the floor. Reach your left arm high, take a breath in. As you exhale, twist around to your right. Just take both of your hands over to the left. Drop your head. And come back forward. Baddha Konasana. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. Sit up nice and tall. Open your heart. From your hips, stretch all the way forward. So try to keep your low back really long here. So instead of thinking of your hips rounding under you as you come forward, instead think of pressing your belly forward and then allowing your head to drop. Breathe. gently roll up. Close your knees in together and roll all the way down onto your back. Plant your feet onto the floor. Spread your toes really wide. And you're going to press down through your feet to lift up for bridge pose. Make sure your heels are close enough that you can reach down and feel them with your fingers. Press down through your feet, lift your hips to the sky. And then you can walk your shoulders together underneath of you. Interlace your fingers, press the arms down and lift your hips higher. Notice if your knees are flying out to the sides, instead press down through the big toes. And gently open your arms and roll all the way down. Drop your knees open out to the sides, the bottoms of the feet together. Take a moment just to breathe. And then taking one more back bend. Close your knees to the ceiling again, feet plant. And either take bridge pose exactly like we just did, or bring your hands back by your shoulders. Some of you, full wheel may be an option. If it is, go ahead. Press all the way through your arms. Wherever you are, take 5 long breaths. Gently roll down. Hug your knees into your chest. And gently just rock your back from right to left. And drop both your knees over to the left side of your body. Open your chest to the right. Take your knees over to the left. Over to the right, I'm sorry. Turn your gaze to the left. And then bring your knees back to the center. Give yourself a big squeeze around your shins. Pull your forehead up to the knees. And then gently stretch your legs all the way straight. Open your arms by your sides. Take a full breath in through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale, let it all go. Allow your jaw to completely let go. Feel the ease of the breath. Patiently and completely dissolve. Gently deepen your breath. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And gently bend your knees. And roll to the right side of your body. With your eyes closed, and as little effort as possible, come all the way up to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Lower your chin to your chest. And just take a moment of gratitude to yourself for the work that you did on the mat, for taking the time out of your day for yourself. The light within me acknowledges, reflects the light within each of you. To close your practice, bow forward. Together we say, Namaste. Thank you guys very much. I hope that you enjoyed the practice today. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.